To Hell and Back, A Policewoman's Story. Written by Carolyn Pethick. Narrated by Molly Pethick.
Preface. It is now 2016 and I have recently retired from the Victoria Police Force after nearly 30 years of service. I have enjoyed much of my time during these 30 years and believe the police force is a great career. Over the past few years, it has become a great career for women who are now mostly treated as equals to the male members. I often recommend it as a great challenging career for women when I give talks to many different groups. When I joined, only approximately 14% of the police force were women. This number has now grown to about 40%. Although this book will show some of the horrific conditions policewomen had to go through during the early years, I must also add that I had some of the greatest times of my life whilst working in the Victorian Police Force. I wrote this book 10 years ago when the incidents were happening. I couldn't believe when I started to write this book that I had kept so many letters, reports, emails, rosters, and other relevant paperwork. These would later confirm dates, times, and places that would assist me in making a very accurate account of these years. Normally, I didn't keep old paperwork. At the time of writing the book, I did it for two reasons. Partly as a way of getting things off my chest and to try and make some sense of what happened. I also wanted to keep a record of what happened in the event that one day I might like to write a book in the hope that other members who had also suffered would know that they were not alone. I couldn't publish the book when I wrote it, as it is force policy that members cannot publish anything in relation to the police force while they are serving members. At the time, I was not prepared to give up my career to write a book. I also didn't know if I was ready to face the inevitable repercussions of publishing the book on such a hot topic. 10 years ago, the force would have denied all my allegations. Now, finally, after the 2015 Victorian Equal Opportunity and Human Rights Commission report into sexual discrimination, harassment and predatory behaviour within the Victorian Police Force, Police Command can no longer deny it exists, nor can it turn a blind eye. Things have improved dramatically, especially over the past 10 years, but there is still a long way to go. Gratefully, what occurred to me over these years does not seem to have had a lasting effect on my daughter who suffered badly at the time. During the years of our lives that this book covers, I often wondered if there would be any long-lasting effects on my daughter as she related to her mother's unhappiness totally with the police force. Luckily, she was later to see the happiness the police force brought her mother, and she has now grown into a wonderful, caring, talented young lady, and our relationship is one I will always be exceptionally proud of. I would say that there is no other job like working as a police officer. I have seen just about everything, some truly wonderful things, some truly horrid situations, and everything imaginable in between. I have cried hysterically, but I have also had incidents where I have never laughed so hard. I will never be short of a story to tell. For any police officer who reads my story, I hope it helps you understand that you were not alone. Victims were always made to feel alone and that no one cared. If we spoke out, we were ostracised, labelled as whingers, told we were not strong enough to be a copper, and even worse, bullied. For any other person who has read my story, please understand that police are human. We are mums and dads. We are someone's son or daughter. We are someone's brother or sister. We are just like you, but carry a badge. All names used, with 4 exceptions, are fictitious and have no relationship with persons living or dead. Part 1. The Early Years, 1981 to 1996. Chapter 1. This book is not to outline or go into the duties of the police.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?